Mothra versus Godzilla, a movie from 1964 that is as timely as any other because it's again about the core theme we see in everything Godzilla, and man's hubris is the driving force to bring a creature of destruction to our world once again. Look, it's Toho. It's not the first film in their array of all this stuff. I think it's number 6, actually. And basically, the premise is as simple as day and night. You know why? An egg just randomly washes up on shore. The government's like, ooh, we could sell this and make money. It could be like an attraction. Jurassic Park this shit before Jurassic Park ever happens. You know, it's a reporter, it's a different scientist, and a girl reporter who takes pictures who are like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do those things because, you know, exploiting national resources is bad. But, you know, the government's like, nah, dude, we got millionaires and stuff coming in here to do things, and it's a big egg. And guess who the egg belongs to? Of course, it's Mothra. It's a cookie cutter story, but it's still really fun. I enjoyed watching this. I really did. I went into this one thinking, yeah, I need a fun Toho experience, and I got it. I haven't seen this one for a long time, the last time I watched it, but I just really enjoyed myself. It just looked fun and silly. It played up into a bunch of the areas I like. It's just not explaining the world well enough because there's two people in this movie. I know it's going to surprise a lot of people who probably have never seen it, but like the two short girls, they're just like miniature. First off, the CG for that, the green screen, what they do, it looks good for the time, of course. There's nothing wrong about that. But just like, you don't explain why these two people, only these two girls, are like really small. Like, what's up with these ladies being this small? It makes no sense. But basically, the egg does belong to Mothra. Mothra wants to come back and get the egg. But of course, there's going to be a few things in the way that stop that because it's a Godzilla movie too. And Godzilla's going to come in to destroy stuff. And basically, that's the movie. It's not long. It's like an hour and 40 minutes, maybe. It might even be less, depending on what version you watch. But I'm just like, there is so much to this that just worked. It wasn't over the top. I compare it to something like King Kong because King Kong's the last Galactic Tale video we did. That King Kong movie had so much boring stuff at the beginning, but this movie, right from the beginning, it was just like, there's the egg, we're exploiting it, we're trying to use it for stuff, here's our people that agree with it or don't do anything. There isn't like some secret hidden depth to it, like there's no like emotional resignation for the human characters, and that's the point I think these movies need to get across. You don't have to make the human characters relatable. You make them archetypes. You just give them characteristics of an actual character. We don't need anything else for that. This movie, it did that perfectly. The scientist is just a scientist. The photographer is just a lady photographer. You know, the reporter is just a reporter. There's like one guy who is just like so obsessed with not losing his job, even though he's an idiot. He thinks he's going to get fired at every turn. So he stays at a site when everyone evacuates because he needs to get the pictures. But for old JJJ, it works. I think it worked. It made sense to me that it just looked fun and different and cool. So, of course, it's a Mothra and Godzilla movie. Let's spend some time talking about those costumes, because this is the first time in Galactic Tales we really dive into the world of the Toho classic monster suits. They look great. First off, I always have a nostalgia spot when it comes to these classic costumes. I love the old campy Godzilla, like the big rubber suit, where it looks so clearly like a guy is wearing a costume that it just moves like a person wearing a big suit that's hard to move. I love when Godzilla freaks out or he's getting attacked and his arms just go all crazy. That makes me laugh every time. I just really enjoy it. And I like the feeling that it's like, don't take this seriously. It's not telling you to take it seriously. You've seen enough of these by now. It's 64. You've seen enough of these by now that you understand we are not trying to take this seriously. It's fun. It's cool. The earth is going to shake when Godzilla appears. They do a great job of using like scales where you can see like the city in a far distance. There's Godzilla. Of course, it's all models and everything because that's how things were made back then. It looks really cool. I seriously dig it. I dig the way it worked. It just had a great feel to it. I've said it in other places on this channel. One of my favorite monsters, if not my favorite monster in all of Toho, in all of MonsterVerse-ness, is Mothra. This is my Mothra. This is the one I like the most. Just like the big headed, the bug eyes, the big mouth, the creepy wings. Everything about this Mothra looks great. I just love the storyline that Mothra's like just been on Earth. Everyone kind of knows Mothra exists, but they don't really do anything to work with Mothra. Basically, our three main human characters go to like this weird island. I can't remember the name of the island. But they go to the island. There's like, yo, inhabitants, we need to talk to Mothra because Godzilla's going to come and destroy its egg. So like, can we get Mothra to help us here? And the two small ladies are just like, no, Mothra doesn't want to help you. Look what your humanity did. Your hubris built Godzilla. Now look at what you've done. Like, we don't want any part of that shit, dude. Just stay off our island. It's just so weird. I just love that there's no reason for these two ladies to be really small, but they are. Okay? Why not? Like, why not? It's just so funny and silly. This works so well. Everything about this I just loved. It gives me that so much of that nostalgia that I just missed. Like some of the first times I watched this. It's been a while since I went back to a lot of these Toho things. But just watching this one, I just really enjoyed myself. It just had that right feel, that right fun, the right characteristics. Everything worked so perfectly. The human characters, they serve their purpose. I talked about this when I talked about Godzilla versus Kong. You need the right amount of exposition and the right amount of moving the plot forward, and there is a great balance of that in here, where the characters go to the island to talk to Mothra. Mothra's like, no, but your egg. Mothra comes anyways to fight Godzilla. It really worked. The feel really worked. The characteristics really worked. Everything about this just felt fun and cool. I liked it. The big egg looked great. Fun big egg. Godzilla just randomly destroying a bunch of crap looked great. Everything felt fun. But of course, let's not forget the fact that this is a versus movie. It is Mothra versus Godzilla, and it is so good. It was so fun. Their fight, again, it's just like a big mop with wings on it going vroom, 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 and a guy in a rubber suit just going, and it worked. You believed how stupid it was. The best scene of the movie is when Mothra just grabs a hold of Godzilla's tail and drags him across the ground, and he's just freaking the frick out. He's like, the whole time. It is fantastic. Just taking him down with big gusts of winds, just getting thrown everywhere. And the idea comes into play that this is Mothra's kind of like final fight to save her kids. Another thing I want to say, people make this joke all the time. I'm going to reiterate it here. Mothra is a feminist icon. She is cool AF. She is just the fun, lighthearted kid that you love. You just enjoy seeing everything Mothra does. What a great mother. What a great feminist for screen. The first real feminist monster. So cool. I really, really like that. Their fight was fantastic. A little silly, but that's the point. You're not here thinking it's going to be anything else than what you are seeing. It's just big gusts of winds knocking a lizard down, getting the lizard back up, rolling down a hill, shooting fire at a moth. It's really cool. It's really fun and silly. And Mothra dies. It's so funny. But then her larvae come to life. Two of them in the egg. Two of the larvae come to life, and we get a larvae v Godzilla fight, which is infinitely more funny and satisfying than I think you are going to realize. There is literally nothing like that fight ever produced. It's not really a fight. Just imagine seeing Godzilla and then two larvae of like a weird caterpillar thing just show up. They're crawling in the ocean. They're hiding behind rocks so casually and just spitting a bunch of webs from their mouth on it where it gets caught up in the webs and Godzilla can't move. That's the fight. It is awesome. Just like, wow, that is so silly and cool. I loved every second of it. It worked so good. It was so campy and silly. I need more stuff like this. I just want more things like this. It's so fun. I just think this worked really well. It didn't need to be any longer. It was the perfect amount of time just to tell this story. We get it. The rich people in the world suck. They're going to bring down corporations. They're going to like rain hellfire on the small businesses and, you know, the reporters and everything. It's that classic story. It's the downfall of humanity. It's the hubris of us all. And copped with this idea that, hey, maybe this like protector of Earth before humans were there could actually save us and bring a new dawn for her kids to actually thrive in. It's like Mother Nature saying, go screw yourself, humans. You ruined everything. I'm coming in to make sure things work. Oh, it was so fun. I'm just a big Mothra fan. Mothra is such a cool and complex character. I'm glad we got to see her in a movie like this, and it was very fun to see. So a classic Toho film. It still holds up. It is still very fun, very engaging, and very entertaining. And I know a lot of you out there are going to agree with me when you say nothing beats a classic Toho fight with like a Godzilla suit just being dragged across the floor. You see like the humans stepping around with like their arms just screaming, freaking out. It is so fun and so unique. I know a lot of you are going to like that and love it, just like I do. It is so good. It is so good. Mothra vs. Godzilla. It's good. Check it out, guys. It is well worth your time. So thank you guys so much for watching this rendition of Galactic Tales. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And if you're listening to this on the podcast feed, please give us a rating over there. It definitely helps out. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, Patreon, Twitter, all that good stuff. And I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.